Good morning. I am particularly pleased to have the opportunity to speak to you today because the Association of Convenience Stores is an important partner for the government in the fight against retail crime. In the 12 months since my predecessor as Minister for Crime Prevention, Norman Baker, spoke to you, I am pleased to say crime has continued to fall. It is now down by more than a fifth under this government. However, although crime is falling, there has been a slight increase recorded in shoplifting, and so it is clearly very important that we continue to have a strong focus on tackling retail crime. I'm really encouraged by the ACS crime report launched today, as it shows some real successes that have come from the collective efforts of industry and the police working together. Retailers and police have done some excellent work to prevent and reduce retail crimes, and I want to thank you for the hard work and dedication that has brought about these excellent outcomes. The government will continue to work with the retail sector to tackle crime. I co-chair the National Retail Crime Steering Group, and the Association of Convenience Stores is very much a key member of the steering group. And the value of the group is to bring together people with first-hand experience of the issues being faced by retailers, with senior police officers and ministers to identify emerging problems and shape the response. I want to highlight 3 areas where I believe the group has made a real difference over the past year. Firstly, Deputy Chief Constable Sue Fish, the National Policing Lead for Business Crime, has steered work that has seen all police forces in England and Wales adopt a common definition of business crime. This is a small but very significant step because it will result in a more consistent approach to the recording of these crimes by the police. Secondly, we have supported the National Police Primary Partnership Agreement with the Co-op. The agreement will drive greater consistency in the relationship between retailers and the police, and it covers key aspects of crime prevention and reporting. And thirdly, reflecting that the nature of crime is changing, the group is developing work relationships with the National Crime Agency to ensure that we can tackle the growing threat to retailers of serious and organised crime. We've also formed closer links with the Action Fraud and National Fraud Intelligence Bureau to ensure that we improve the ability to report fraud and have it investigated effectively. I'd like to spend a few minutes now talking about antisocial behaviour. I know that this will be of concern to many retailers when either they or their customers are intimidated by the antisocial behaviour of others outside their shops. The coalition government has brought in important reforms through the Antisocial Behaviour Crime and Policing Act 2014, which introduces 6 new, simpler and more flexible powers to tackle antisocial behaviour more effectively. In particular, the new powers include Public Spaces Protection Orders. This order will help to ensure that action can be taken when public spaces are affected by antisocial behaviour, such as a group of street drinkers congregating outside a parade of shops. We've also introduced the new Community Protection Notice. That is aimed at stopping antisocial behaviour which spoils a community's quality of life, such as littering and fly tipping or graffiti. And our reforms to antisocial behaviour also give victims and communities more say in how antisocial behaviour is dealt with. Firstly, there's the community trigger. That forces agencies to deal with persistent or previously ignored problems. And secondly, the community remedy, and that gives victims a say in the out-of-court punishment of offenders. These new powers will help to ensure that the response to antisocial behaviour is more sensitive and responsive to local concerns than previously. And finally, I want to say a few words about alcohol as a driver of crime. Whilst alcohol consumption has fallen over the last decade, too many people are still drinking too much, with serious health consequences which, as we all know, put additional pressures on the National Health Service. The alcohol strategy that the government published in 2012 is not about stopping people drinking responsibly, but rather it provides a comprehensive approach to reducing the harms that can be caused by alcohol. So we've given local authorities more powers to deal with problem premises. We've doubled the fine for persistent sale of alcohol to those under age, and we have enabled local councils to collect a levy from businesses to contribute to the cost of policing. And I know that responsible retailers recognise that they have a significant part to play in helping to tackle alcohol-related crime, and I am grateful for the continuing support that the ACS gives to developing responsible initiatives across the country. In concluding, I just want to say that I welcome the hard work that partners have contributed to tackling retail crime, and particularly the ACS. And I specifically want to mention the 2 guidance documents that the ACS published last year under the auspices of the Crime Prevention Panel, which I chair. They are very good documents, and they deal respectively with helping retailers tackle forecourt crime and countering the risk of thefts through self-service checkouts. And I commend both the documents, and I hope that they are used to help retail staff. So let me end by acknowledging again your continued hard work, your dedication and commitment in this very, very important area. Thank you.